I'm going to do 8 items to recap my experience at JobTread Connect 2025. Welcome to the Remodelers on the Rise show. We had a wonderful week in Dallas, Texas last week. JobTread is a software company that continues to grow in the remodeling space. Eric Fortenberry, their owner, in his opening keynote, kind of shared the growth pattern they're on. I think it was something around, okay, we launched in 2021 with 200 clients, then up to 1,200, then 25, then 42. They've been growing quite rapidly, and a lot of my remodeling clients use and have implemented JobTread into their remodeling business. And it's been pretty remarkable to see the speed at their growth, but more remarkable for them to continue to deliver the software and the support at a very high level. So it was a first class event. So much of it is kind of included. They just keep bringing food. They keep bringing snacks. There was 2 evening events that was included in the ticket. And just from everyone I talked to, they had a great time. And I thought I'd do a quick podcast to just highlight 8 items that kind of came to me as I was navigating through the week that I think is very applicable. You should be able to find some application for you and your remodeling business. If you were there, congratulations. Hope you had a wonderful time. If you weren't, here's some takeaways that should still help you. So number 1 of 8, it says invest in your team. Invest in your team. It was a wonderful week for Remodelers on the Rise. We had a booth there. We had our presence there, and Bailey and Cassie from my team both flew down, and it was really nice to spend a few days, especially since we, all 3 of us, work remotely. It was really nice to spend time in person, and just you can't really put a value on that other than it just really continues to help you build relationship and know, like, and trust together. So as you look at this upcoming year, there's all kinds of different events, local, national, that you could be investing in your team to go to. So even a lot of my clients ended up just sending a couple key team members or even 1 key team member, and the owner didn't attend. There's something that tells your team members when you invest in that flight and hotel and in the ticket and the time that I value you, I appreciate you, I want you to go learn, I want you to embrace these ideas, come back, tell us what you see, help us implement this. So keep that in mind as you navigate through your remodeling business. Invest in your team. The second item that was a little bit of a recap or a takeaway from JobTread Connect 2025 is people are generous. People are generous. Something that's wonderful about our industry is that in a lot of ways, especially once you get outside your local bubble, we don't compete against each other. People have a big enough picture and view on our industry that they realize there's room at the table for all of us. And I've heard so many stories of phone numbers being exchanged, of really impactful conversations around the lunch table with people that some of my clients had never met before. When you sit down and talk and network, people want to help. Ooh, let me send you that form. Ooh, let me send you the way that I do that. Why don't we set up a Zoom call for next week and I can tell you more about that. Make sure as you start meeting people, whether in person, whether through some of these Facebook groups, our group's called Remodelers Community, remodelerscommunity.com. There are so many relationships that have been started through people posing a question, answering a question, and then it can turn into a phone call and where a real quote unquote relationship can really take off. So keep that in mind. People are generous. Do not be shy about asking questions and about reaching out. It can speed up your learning curve. Something that would have taken you 5 years of trial and error can turn into 5 months. Let me repeat that. When you reach out to other people, this also goes for coaching, you can lower and speed up the time it takes for you to learn some of these systems and some of these harder things of running a remodeling business. People are generous. Don't be shy. Number 3, another takeaway from JobTread Connect: serve. I received It warmed my heart. It warmed my heart. My two team members and I were recapping things yesterday, and one of them, both of them, kind of complimented me, and I was able to compliment that back. That we definitely took a posture at our booth of serving, serve, serve, serve. How can we help? How can we help? It's one of our core values. Serve, serve. We have core values. R, results. I, improve. S, serve. E, engage. And there's something to be said for just being genuine and serving. When you have a new prospect reach out to you about a kitchen, sometimes as you go through that conversation, you quickly realize they might not be an ideal client for you. It's interesting what you do at that moment. Do you then figure out, how can I educate? How can I serve this person? How can I help this person, even though this project's probably not going to turn into me coming out to their home? It's not going to turn into a project. But if you are just always wired for the person in front of me, I am going to serve them. I'm going to help them. I'm going to educate them. Obviously, we're wise. We're not going to waste hours and hours of our time. We qualify our leads, fair enough. But when you aim towards serve, and especially in a genuine way, people sense that. People feel that. So we continue to talk about, how do we serve our clients? How do we serve our trade partners? How do we serve each other? And work to integrate that more and more into the fabric and culture of your business. So we're going through 8 things, little recap things, as I reflect on my experience down in Texas last week. 1 was invest in your team. 2, people are generous, reach out. Number 3, serve. Number 4 was a recurring theme of process. Have a process. Business is really difficult when you are flying by the seat of your pants. Business is easier when you've worked hard to clearly be able to say, this is how we work. This is our process. And that was a big recurring theme. You should have a clear-cut process when it comes to creating and executing a change order. You should have a clear process. Work on those estimating templates. Work on your process when you go through step by step how to effectively estimate a project. Work on a process when a new lead comes in. What are the questions that you ask, and what is the process that you walk them through? Continually work on each area of your business, each process, and work to get that clearly stated, and then work to train your team to follow that. So much of success in business, so much of reducing the noise in business, reducing the frustration in business comes down to, this is how we work. It was a huge aspect of JobTread Connect. And JobTread is a software that helps you do that. Whatever software you use, whatever app you use, make sure you can articulate what your process is. Oh, this is kind of serious so far. I haven't even been joking. This is like, geez, Kyle, I thought you had fun down at JobTread Connect, and you're coming at us with all these serious things. Number 8 is pretty funny. I got a joke at the end. So that was number 4 rather. Number 5 of items as I reflect on JobTread Connect, it says JobTread. And next to that, as I was taking some notes, just talking about their company. I posted this on the flight home on Friday night, and I said something along the lines of, there's some companies that kind of talk a good game, like we care about our clients. And there's other companies that really, really live it out. And what I've noticed from going to JobTread Connect last year is about half the size. This year it's growing. There's a reason that company is growing. And the reason is that the foundation of their business is making their clients be the focal point. How do we serve our clients? How do we deliver value to our clients? How do we support our clients? And that is hard when you're growing your business. But the thing that I'm seeing is that they're making sure that the team they're assembling at JobTread really truly care. Really truly care. I'm seeing a lot of the same people from JobTread here, in my 3rd year of kind of interacting with them that I saw in the 1st year, plus a lot of new people as they grow. But retention doesn't happen on accident. You need to find people that buy into your mission, buy into the vision that you have for your business. So think about that as you think about your business. just like processes make business easier, even more so, having team members that really believe in who you are as a business and really believe in what you are building and the culture you're building, having great people matters pretty much more than anything else in your business. If you have somebody on the team that is not in alignment with who you are, how you roll, what you guys are about, you need to depart. You need to let that person have an opportunity for other employment. You need to continually get clear with who you are, what your core values are, what you're about, and continue to work to improve that team that goes out and executes that. JobTread has been doing that very well, it seems, and you could just see it and sense it in the way that their team showed up for this event. So that's number 5. We got 8 items. That was number 5. Talked about number 1, invest in your team. Number 2, people are generous. Don't be shy. 3, serve. 4, have a clear process. Number 5, little riff on what I'm seeing with JobTread. Number 6, be inspired. Be inspired. As I was asking people, especially as the week wrapped up, and I said, what were your takeaways? There was a lot around just fired up. I'm kind of inspired to get back there and do things. I have a clearer vision of what I can build. I have a clearer, more conviction in really working to truly know my numbers. We're going to fully implement this, which will make our life easier. Be inspired. Make sure that you're listening to podcasts like Remodelers On The Rise. Yes. Listen to videos, read books. As leaders, we need to stay inspired. That might mean attending some events, but just a consistent drip of things that are encouraging, things that help remind you of best practices, things that will continue to help you be inspired. That was a big takeaway I had from last week. Number seven. And I hit on this. I spoke each day. I spoke on Wednesday. I facilitated a panel of 4 remodelers. On Thursday, I did a little ditty on. Actually, I don't want to use the word ditty. He's in trouble, and I don't like him. I did a little keynote. Not even a keynote. I did a little session on knowing your numbers. And then on Friday, I did a keynote around your roadmap to success. And we talked about what your 5-year vision looks like and how to clarify that and the reasons we should do that. And then I brought it back into this next quarter. I was telling everybody, as you get back to your offices, as you come off the high of an event like this, it is imperative that you go through all of your notes. And number 7 is more focus on fewer things. More focus on fewer things. Too many of us are trying to do too many things at the same time. We need to narrow it down to the small handful, the 1 or 2 or 3 items that you are going to focus on and actually implement. Not the 5 things, not the 8 things, not the 7 things, not the 6 things that you're going to halfway implement but not fully implement. Give me the 1 thing. I would love the 1 thing. Maybe give me the 2 things, but more focus on fewer things. That was a big takeaway. And I saw some chatter in the JobTread Facebook group and Remodelers Community Facebook group after that keynote of I kind of highlighted, what are your 3 things at most? And right when I see people list out 1, 2, 3, and then put other items in the parking lot being, these are also good ideas that I'm not going to do anything with right now. If somebody comes off a conference, if somebody comes off a training, or if somebody is just planning their month or quarter and they can articulate what their 1, 2, or 3 things that they're going to focus on are, I'm talking to somebody that's going to make a lot faster and better progress in their business. So keep that in mind. And then number 8 says, have fun. And it also says /undergarments. Oh, what is this about, Kyle? Thought you were a professional. What are we talking about? Undergarments. I did do the keynote at JobTread Connect on Friday. And the last slide, it said Kyle riffs on frogs, undergarments, or general Q&A with the remaining time. And I told the audience, hundreds and hundreds of people, I said, what do you guys want? And somebody yelled, frog. So I shared the frog anecdote. Eat your frog. It's an analogy. What is the most important thing you need to get done that you're most likely to put off? That's your frog. Identify your frog each day, eat that frog right away, and you are going to have a much better day, which turns into a better week, better month, etc. I said, so there's your eat your frog. Anybody else have a thought? And somebody goes, undergarments. It was risky as a professional speaker to put the word undergarments, and I strategically used that word up there. But I had a hunch that it was going to go over. It was going to be funny. And I said, folks, one of my peer group clients was checking into JobTread Connect on Tuesday evening. His JobTread rep, Travis, was standing behind him in line. And this mutual client of ours said, uh-oh, it seems that I have forgotten to pack my socks and my underwear. This is a problem. Travis from JobTread said, do not fret. I got you covered. Travis got in his car, drove to wherever he drove to, and bought some fresh, wonderful socks and underwear. Oh, it was something else. What a weird thing to do. What a weird, odd customer service thing to do. What a nice thing that epitomizes what JobTread's all about. And it reminded me on a bigger scale, as I ask you listening to this podcast about your client experience, about the step-by-step process and the way that we go about helping our clients through the remodeling process. Each one of you, if you think about it, can come up with a good handful of things that you can continue to tweak and improve in your client experience. And that's what we need to be about. We are always working to give our clients value, to help them out. And yes, going out and buying them underwear is weird / right on brand for what we all would want to do. Don't worry about it. I got you covered. Don't worry about it. I saw that trash can out there at the end of the road. It's freezing cold out. I just went out there and brought it in for you. No, of course I did. That's who we are. And you matter to us, client. We communicate well. We let you know what's coming up. We deliver the service that you're after. We're fun to deal with. We're enjoyable. You say things like, I wish you guys weren't done because I'm going to miss you guys. We deliver a great, great, great client experience. And when we focus on that as remodelers, repeat work and referral work happens more and more. Continue to figure out, how do I enhance the client experience? So those were the 8 things, just some 8 items to recap JobTread Connect 2025. Number 1 was invest in your team. Send your people to conferences. There's a Remodelers Community Live one coming up in early August. Sign up for it. It's going to be good. Number 2, people are generous. Don't be shy about asking people for help. It can speed up your implementation and learning. Number 3, serve. Do you have a culture in your business to really lean into serving your clients, your trade partners, your fellow team members? Number 4, process. Continue to work on having a clear step-by-step process for all these different areas of your business. Pick one each month, continue to refine it. Do not tire of that. The top 10% of remodelers in our industry, they're always improving their process. Process. Number 5, JobTread. Just riffing a little bit about what their culture is about, who they're putting on their team. I learned a lot of things that I want to mimic there with my team. Number 6, be inspired. Continue to read and listen, and great leaders need to stay inspired. So focus on that. Speaking of focus, number 7, more focus on fewer things. It is much better to focus on a small handful of things and implement them than it is to halfway implement a bunch of different things. And then number 8, have some fun. And I wrote on there / undergarments. Let that be a reminder for us to step up our client experience. So that's all I got for you today. A little recap of it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a takeaway. My email address is kyle@remodelersontherise.com. The website is remodelersontherise.com. I do coaching. We've got some great coaching programs. If you're struggling with some of your financials, if you want to improve your marketing plan, if you want to improve your sales process, if you want to become a better leader, that is so much of what we do day in and day out. Join the other Remodelers on the Rise and reach out if you want to talk more about it. But well, reach out, yeah, when you're ready, but maybe don't reach out like in the next couple days, because oh baby, do I got a lot of calls coming up from people I met at JobTread Connect. I'm very excited about it. And once you join them, I'll be in a good mood this next week or two of just getting to know remodelers, hearing what they're up to, serving them well, and yes, telling them a little bit about our program. So do not ever hesitate to reach out. We're here to serve you, and I appreciate you listening. Hey, if you are listening, whatever podcast app you're listening on it, if it gives you the opportunity to just click and leave a quick review, I would be very grateful for that. See ya.